up? What is up? What is up? Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing on this marvelous day? I want to say, hey, what's up? How is everyone doing? We are on day 20. We are on day 20. We are on day 20. We almost through the month, y'all. We almost through the month. And it is so important that, whew, that we do this visibility thing right. It is almost a month is almost over, and it is time. It is time. It is time. It's time to do this visibility thing. Set your stuff up for the beginning of the new year, so everything will be in order and so you can be able to be seen, heard, seen and heard. Okay, so get it together. Get it together. We are on day 20 of visibility through community collaborations that expand your reach, and we want to do this in a manner where it is that we do work in the community, not just sitting in the house, or sitting in the house trying to figure out how I'm gonna get my business out there. You have to go out, get out of the house and be seen, do community events, things of that nature. So I want to welcome y'all to day 20 of 30 Days of Visibility. I am Sharise N. Johnson Moore, your visibility coach and publishing consultant. And today we're talking about visibility through community. Talking about visibility through community, because growth doesn't happen in isolation. Growth does not happen in isolation. Strategic collaborations and aligned partnerships can expand your reach, strengthen your credibility, and introduce your message to audiences you couldn't reach alone. Okay? And it is so important that we do collaborations in our community. Our communities, they need us, whether you know it or not. And you can also, collaborate with other locals in your area to get or gain that community outreach for your business. So number one, we want to go into collaboration multiplies impact. Collaboration multiplies impact. That is so important for us to do, and it is so important to implement this into our business. Collaboration multiplies impact, and collaboration allows you to leverage shared audiences. Okay. Say you have a women's group, right? Where about a women's group in your local area, right? And you know that they deal with maybe domestic violence, or they deal with girls groups, things of that nature, and you want to sit down and discuss some topics with the young ladies to talk about what your your business does to help young ladies become you know respectable adults, where we talk about self-esteem, talk about meeting other young men. We talk about this kind of standards that we should implement in our lives as far as being young ladies. It's an educational factor, things of that nature. And we want to sit down and talk with them on those topics, and every group is different. So you may want to do some behind the scenes type of things to do your research and find out how you could collaborate with different groups that align with your business. When two messages align, the impact doubles. Okay. When, say, you have a youth center. I'll give you this example. You have a youth center, and the youth center is involving all the youth that come to this center and what they do. And say you want to teach them how to write a book. This one. Say you want to teach other people how to write a book, but you want to start with the kid, the teenagers, the children first. And you go to the youth center and you sit down with the director, the manager, the board, and present your offer to them, saying, I would like to come in and teach a class on writing. Okay? You could do that as a collaboration, because you're teaching a skill. You're teaching a skill to young people, and they are learning something new. You are teaching, and they are learning something new. And you get to teach them all the aspects of how to, from the message or what the message wants to be, and why they need editing, why they need proofreading, why they need a graphic art designer in for their book, and what teach them all the things about putting a book together and things of that nature. That would be that would be a good way of getting your business seen, because you're coming in and you're teaching something. You're teaching something that your business does. Okay. Community-based visibility builds trust faster than solo efforts. Community-based visibility builds trust faster than solo efforts. Okay? So when you collaborate with a, community group, whether it's helping the homeless, you're feeding the homeless, you are, they have events once a year where they raising money for the homeless. You could sponsor that. You could do those type of things. And it is very important when you build, you do this in your community, you build trust instead of doing it by yourself. Kingdom impact grows through connection. Kingdom impact grows through connection. Okay? Say you're a member of a church, and you know that they're having they have outreach day. Okay, outreach day. And your business has a way that can have an impact in your community at your church on this outreach day. So that is how, through your connections, through who you're connected to. Number 2, alignment over popularity. Alignment over popularity. Choose collaborators based on shared values and missions. Choose collaborators based on shared values and missions. Okay? Popularity doesn't always equal purpose. Popularity doesn't always equal purpose. You could be popular, you could be so popular. Excuse me. Excuse me. You can be popular, but it doesn't mean that it equals your purpose. What is your purpose in your business? What is your business about? What does it stand for? Things of that nature. Aligned collaborations create authentic engagement. Aligned collaborations create authentic engagements. And discernment protects your brand and message. Okay, you gotta have discernment. You can't link up with everybody. Can't collaborate with everybody when they come and ask you to do, you cannot link up with everyone that comes and say, come on, let's work together. Okay? Because a lot of people will present you with things that have nothing to do with your business. They sometimes, I'll say this, sometimes they will present things to you and it's not working together. It's how can I use this person to level me up, or they use someone else to gain popularity, to get them to do, I gotta say this, you gotta be careful about when it comes to that discernment. Please use your discernment, because everybody is Everybody out here is not for you. Some people do it to use you for what you have, and then after they got what they wanted, they disappear. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. Be careful when it comes to protecting your brand and your message. Offer number 3 is offer value before you ask. Offer value before you ask. Lead with service, not self-promotion. Lead with service, not self-promotion. Ask, how can I support their audience? How can I support their audience? Value-driven collaboration opens doors organically. Value-driven collaborations opens doors organically. Okay? Mutual benefits builds long-term relationship. Mutual benefits. Mutual. It has to be something it aligns perfect. It aligns where your business and their business have a smooth sailing, that the benefits are helping one another, each other's business. Okay? Number 4, leverage multiple collaboration formats. Leverage multiple collaboration formats. Lives, panels, podcasts, challenges, and guest content. Okay? Lives, panels, podcasts, challenges, and guest content. When you work together to lift others up, how can your business benefit them? Whether I'll give you this example. I have a friend in Atlanta, and she is getting ready to do a expo, and me and her have worked together before. She's my coach for my second book. Okay, Wanda D. Hollis, out of Atlanta. And she's going to have an I Am Enough Empowerment Expo in Atlanta in May of 2026. And she has come to me to really, try to help her put this thing together and be like an assistant, right? And the thing is, later on down the road, I plan on having her on my show so she could talk about her expo. You have individuals in your life that you have worked with previously. You can always go back and work together. Find a mutual, ground where you can work together again on multiple projects. And that is a way you could do a collaboration with someone. Go back and, say, look, do you need my help? Do you need assistance? Things of that nature. Okay, each format reaches people differently. Repurpose collaborations across platforms. We all on the social media apps, okay? And use them. Use your social media apps to spread the word about you having a collaboration with someone that you're doing business with, okay? One collaboration can create weeks of content. One collaboration can create weeks of content. So I take that I Am Enough Empowerment Expo will have buku content coming from it when it comes out. The advertising, the conversations, the who's going to be there, the vendors, things of that nature, and it's going to be a lot of content for that. Number 5, nurture the community beyond the collaboration. Nurture the community beyond the collaboration. Okay? Stay connected after the collaboration ends. Engage with their content and audience. If you see them, like they post, comment, share, things of that nature. Relationships create repeat visibility opportunities. relationships create repeat visibility opportunities. Okay, that is so true. When you go and you collaborate with somebody, you know they had an event. Go support this. Go support that event. You might have to travel. And the more places you go and the more places you link up with others to help them in their business, that is a good way of doing community work. You're doing outreach, you're reaching out in the community, and not just in the state that you're in. You also do community work through other people that live in other states. Okay? Community is where influence grows. Community is where influence grows. Okay. So I want to, community is so important because, us, us as Black people, I see a lot of people doing community work. And I really got into, I'll give you this story. I'll give you this back end story. Not recently, but for a while now, I have been going to virtual church, right? And even though it's virtual, I've been to this church once when I was in Atlanta. I went to New Birth Missionary Church, Dr. Jamal Bryant's church. And I really I became an e-member, okay? And I really liked that church because they did community work. I remember as a kid, I was going to this church. And the church, I realized, was not doing any community work. They weren't doing no outreach. They weren't doing no giveaway. It was like everything was about them. And they did not do no outreach. You might get the kids to go to Kingdom Minion in the summertime, but that was about it. Or summer school camp or something like that. But it was nothing like after school programs or helping the homeless. Wasn't not helping the homeless, helping the kids at Christmas, helping the kids, people, there was no, how can I say it? It wasn't like it is now. It's not like it is now, where the churches are helping people that's homeless. They giving food, got a food pantry. They have help you pay your bills. They do a lot of things, activity. Got kids church, things like that. When I was a little kid, they didn't have none of that. But the reason why I had joined this church because they were doing a lot of collaborations with other churches, other ministries, they were doing a lot of things with the youth and things like that. And that's what really geared me to becoming a member of the church. Okay. And I always look at that. I look at that whenever wherever I'm at. I'm in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and I look for that. Okay, what are they doing? What are they doing for the community besides trying to sell chicken and fish? What are they doing besides trying to sell chicken and fish dinner plates? And there's no other activities that the church, that the ministry can do. There's nothing for the kids. There's nothing for a youth choir. There's no activity for the younger minds. And I look at those things. What is this business or this church doing in their community? So, and I gotta ask myself that. What am I doing? What is my business contributing to the community I live in? So we're gonna run through these. Five right quick. Okay. So number one is collaboration multiplies impact. Alignment over popularity. Offer value before you ask. leverage multiple collaboration formats, and nurture the community beyond the collaboration. Hey, those are your 5. And I wanted to say, here is your day 20 action step. Here is your day 20 action step. Make a list of 3 people or platforms you could collaborate with this month. I know the month is almost out, but you can also put this on the list for next year. Make a list of 3 people or platforms you could collaborate with this month and identify how you can serve their audience first. Okay? Make a list of 3 people or 3 platforms you could collaborate with this month and identify how you can serve their audience first. Now, if you want to support identifying aligned collaborations and building a visibility strategy that grows through community, I invite you to book your one-on-one visibility. Book your one-on-one visibility session with me. Your one-on-one visibility session with me. And the link is in the chat. And I want to really, really, really get to sit down and talk to you about how to create a visibility strategy plan. Okay? A visibility strategy session. Come on, have a one-on-one with me. The link is in the description for this video and in the chat. And I wanted to, really get in to, I want to sit down and let's talk. Let's collaborate. Let's strategize about how your business can gain visibility. And if this series is helping you, this series is really helping you in this time, you can support this broadcast. You can support this broadcast through donations, whether it is Cash App, PayPal, or Stripe. It's Cash App, PayPal, or Stripe. I greatly, greatly appreciate you, everyone coming in to spend time with me at 6 p.m. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I am your publishing consultant and visibility coach. And I want to see your brand or business be seen, be heard, and be known. Okay? All right. I thank you everyone for coming in today. And we will see you back here tomorrow for day 21. Keep building, keep collaborating, and stay visible. All right, babies. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.